bus comes by while we're doing this. I'm just bus stop. But you're like, you're in front of the fence. That's what I said I was going to do, right? That is the FBI. This is the ones that started all the problems. See, out in Morristown, there wasn't anything going on. There wasn't anything going on. So, I'm going to sit Ken Blunt style and explain to you how I got involved with the FBI. And it came about that I made a video on YouTube, and one of the pilot neighbors called the feds. And it took them 3 months to show up. And I was saying, hey, your airplanes are going below VFR, and you're hammering us with microwave, right? That was what the video was, plus a little few extra things in there, obviously enough to get their attention. So the FBI, 2 FBI agents and 2 local sheriffs show up, everybody in bulletproof vest, and they said, hey, you can't be doing that. I was like, well, you're not supposed to be flying your aircraft below 500 feet over this lady's house. And they were like, yeah, we can. We can do whatever we want. That's what it basically amounted to. So I basically said, he said, the very first question the FBI said to me, the taller guy, was, why do you believe your life is threatened or in danger? And I told him very specifically, I said, because I talk about chemtrails and wet surface air cooling from nuclear power facilities. And he goes, oh. And that was it. They didn't want to, that was as far as that went. So basically what it was a drill of just trying to prove that if I was insane or not, my sanity level. That's what the FBI was doing, right? So that's basically what it amounted to. So after they did their little interview and they said, oh, we want to take you in for psych evaluation, mental evaluation, I said, okay. They were supposed to show up, a couple days later, maybe a week later, and they never came back. So, like I said, when Transpac Aviation got popped for basically gang stalking, gang banging, and attacking people with the high power RF buried in those aircraft, who showed up to protect them? The FBI showed up to protect Chinese pilots from China flying a Mormon-owned aircraft by the call signs of Mesquite, flying over Betty's house below VFR and hammering our internet out, hammering television out, and basically running through the entire night. Through the night, 821PA spent, I think, 2 hours flying over Betty's house at 12:30 in the morning, just doing his holds. That's all he did. Like I said, every time Transpac Aviation showed up, something bad happened to Betty. And they all tried to tell it was me that was doing it. It was the airplanes. Airplanes have high power RF. Remember the radar patrol. Plus that, some of them were doing biodumps and some of them were doing photo radar. Or dirt boxing. Like I said, nobody ever came forward and really explained anything, any way, shape, and form. So that is why I'm sitting in front of the Federal Bureau of Instigation. Because obviously it showed up to protect its fleet of Chinese spy planes over the top of Morristown, Arizona. Did I ever get a straight answer out of them? I've been here, this is the 3rd time I've been outside this building. And has anybody ever walked up and said, hey, sorry about that, Mike, we didn't mean to screw with you? So, like Kevin Blanche said, in a peaceful, protesting manner, I have made my presence at Deer Valley Parkway, or I should say, not Parkway, Airport. It's hot out here. Like I said, it's 97 degrees today. Normally being downtown, helping people sell hot dogs. But no, I took the time and day out of my life to come down here and make a video on the Federal Bureau of Mormons, Masons, and Freemasons, and Bilderbergs, and Secret Society trash are all buried up in that thing. Like I said, you never hear a word about this place. These guys should have had law enforcement over the top of them, arresting them for domestic terrorism, spying, murders, attempts, briberies, extortion, theft. I mean, the list goes on of what the FBI has been doing. Oh, but they save Americans now. Bohemian Grove owns and operates this place and has since J. Edgar Hoover's days. That's a fact. Go and ask any person about J. Edgar Hoover and the Bohemian Grove. So, like I said, this is the video I wanted to make. of the Federal Bureau of Investigation here in Phoenix, Arizona. Since the news won't talk or cover any news story from Deer Valley Airport, Transpac Aviation, aka Bird Acquisition LLC, aka AeroGuard. Like I said, traffic patrol turned into asshole patrols, arrogant patrols. And why? Because I talk about chemtrails and wet surface air cooling. Right, that's what makes the weather, right? Federal Bureau of Investigation. Anywho, I hope you all are having a good Thursday. Hope you all have a good weekend. This is why I do this. It's because you never get a straight answer out of NASA, and you never get a straight answer out of the FBI. They think they're gods or playing God complex problems, and then I show up onto the plate. Right? I'm nobody important. I'm nobody special. Just another concerned American concerned about the FBI's actions, activity, and thuggery here in Phoenix, Arizona. Mike Hughes reporting from Phoenix, Arizona. Normally, like I said, we'd be getting gang stalked by Waymos in downtown Phoenix. I guarantee you bring those Waymos around this building, they jump all over you. Especially if you were at the airport too, right? Anywho, much love. Take care mucho. Hopefully, like I said, if when somebody says, oh, well, nobody ever said anything about the chemtrails or the wet surface air cooling or why our skies look like crap, you can ask the FBI all about it. I'm pretty sure it's got an entire dissertation ready to go on why we have chemtrails, wet surface air cooling, Illuminazis, and gang banging, gang stalking aircraft, right? And then they can also answer why Chinese pilots are coming over from China, flying in the United States, and then going back to China so they can fly some more, right? Remember, waste of fuel there, waste of fuel here, waste of fuel there. Transpac Aviation, #1 in aviation fuel wasting. Right behind it, Sea Oxford, owned by the Bank of Utah. Like I said, smell you later. Well, technically the wind's blowing that way, so I can't smell anything. I can't smell anything as far as that. I just smell the crap and the piss and the stuff at the bus stop. But anywho, like I said, we're gonna go sit and sit a little bit more AC. We'll go from there. And like I said, I've been sitting there at Deer Valley, waiting on anybody to walk forward and have a nice conversation. Right. Like I said, Betty and I went through hell because of these people right here, this agency right here, sitting at 7th Street in Deer Valley Parkway. So like I said, that's why we do it like Kevin Blanche does, except I get a little bit more risky, and I go and I record agencies that should have been making the news over 5 years ago. But why? Who controls the media? Money. Who controls the mafias? Money. Drugs and money, basically, as I look at it. So other than that, like I said, te quiero mucho.